Hey guys, what's up? We're back with another 0 Hour Tim Loy. Today I'm joined by George Carpenter. George getting ready to challenge for that Aries lightweight strap. It's going down to Chattanooga Fight Night next Saturday night, Camp Jordan Arena. George, how's it going, my man?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, yeah, I appreciate you joining me, man. I know this is probably weight cut. We're starting to get in towards that weight cut mode, so I know I didn't want to bother you on fight week because I'd say most guys are a little less than ready to talk on fight week. You being one of the bigger 155ers that I've ever seen in my life, I'm sure that's no different for you.
Uh, Not really cutting any right now. So, right.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So George, 2-0,
So,
undefeated thus far in your amateur career, representing Tom Galicchio's Militia MMA down in Chattanooga. You're going to be taking on Carrington Johnson, the current Aries champion at 155. And we'll get your take on this one, man. It's going to be your most experienced opponent to date. I put you in there pretty tough for your first two fights, and you've really just kind of blitzed through these guys. Major debut against Troy Williams, very tough guy at Hobbs Jackson Wing. And then after that, Lucius Van Rensburg was up next. Decorated wrestlers such as yourself, and you really haven't faced anyone still to date that's given you any resistance. Before we get into Carrington, let's talk about this last fight, Lucius Van Rensburg. Like I said, another decorated wrestler. It was elementary though. You were able to go in there, impose your will, and stifle him on the ground. What's your take on your most recent fight against Lucius?
we knew he was going to be, um, but once I got to my first shot, I kind of figured whenever I wanted to. So a bit of confidence. Um, um, but yeah, no, he was well. You could tell which made it a little more exciting.
So, of course, you have a stellar amateur wrestling background. We talked about that a lot on the events, but this is the first time we've had you on the show. Give our viewers out there a little bit of your background in athletics and wrestling through youth, and kind of how that brought you into MMA. What made you kind of make that leap from wrestling to MMA?
I wrestled 4 years, and then had another year in Chattanooga, and then with that, I broke my sternum. Really, actually get to compete very much. So break from wrestling. I also got that October. But what got me into fighting, silly, but I was playing rec. It just wasn't really doing it for me, competitive wise. So I found a jiu-jitsu gym and started in Dalton, Georgia. Tom at an airport, randomly enough. From there, he said he'd never like force me to fight. Good, and ultimately do a kickboxing smoker last, and then convinced me again to do the first fight, and then so.
And now here you are competing for your first MMA championship. What's your take on this fight with Carrington Johnson? He's coming off of a win at Aries Amped, where he took that title in a fairly quick fashion over a very tough Justin Jamar. And what's your take on this one? Carrington's a guy that showed pretty much skills everywhere. Pretty well-rounded fighter, in my opinion. What do you think you need to watch out for here in this one with Carrington Johnson?
Yeah, pretty well rounded. What to watch out? I think it like us being amateur, uh, we can look so different. There are definitely things that film wise that I can recognize, but I'm not necessarily counting the same fighter as he was this one. But yeah, it seems like he obviously accepted the fight. Yeah, we'll see. You just never really know.
That's why. That's wise words. Actually, you're right. Honestly, you guys being amateurs, you're improving very quickly. Everyone's leveling up at this point at a rapid pace, so it is very hard to kind of use past fights as too much of an indicator when you consider that all of you guys are fairly young and starting to really evolve quickly in your game. What are some of your goals here, man? I talked to your coach Tom. You're one of the quicker guys that we've put into a title bout at only 2-0, but you've beaten very tough competition already in your first two fights, and you're kind of one of those blue chipper types that I would imagine would be looking to go pro sooner than later. Is there a certain number of amateur fights you're trying to get in? Not to look past Carrington Johnson by any means, but do you have your eyes on on making that transition sooner than later, or are you content to just continue to get experience as an amateur for a while?
Yeah. I think I'm my healthiest when I just kind of I'm really not looking to this next one. I really enjoy this space. I enjoy the people, so I can see myself doing it. And then I'm naturally pretty. I'm sure I'll continue to want to keep going stage of things. But as first, it's the next fight for me, and is things can change. Really don't want to get too far ahead of myself aspect either.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for sure, man. You just it seems like you definitely got a good head on your shoulders, got a good coach behind you, Tom Galicchio. Tell us a little bit about the atmosphere there at Militia MMA. You guys just kind of came on the scene over the last year, and so far, undefeated as a gym in MMA. What you guys got going on over there?
Yeah, Tom's running a great gym. We have a really good mix of guys who never want to compete, and they enjoy training. And then we are aspiring to and maybe even fight pro in different areas. And the coolest part about the gym is that help each other out, and or somebody comes in, somebody who's going to bite cards. Everybody has attitude about training, and they really ourselves over there. Just great coaches in Tom and Coach John, Coach Sam, and really good space, and Tom's got great experience at really high level. So he's been there. He aspired to accomplish, and really did want to do that. So, and he's full and willing to pass that on, even though I'm the one that's training baby snakes. You know? Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, Tom's a great guy, man. I love working with him. Love working with your team. You guys got a good thing going on over there for sure. I look forward to see what you guys do in the coming months and years. Man, I want to let you give some shout outs where they're due. Any friends, family, training partners, sponsors you want to give some love to, and let you do that here. And looking forward to seeing you, get an opportunity at your first title next weekend against a tough opponent, Carrington Johnson. I'll let you sign us off here. Give us some shout outs where they're due. And also, if you finish this off, let us know where fans can follow your social media as well.
All right. Yeah. So all the coaches at Militia, Coach Tom specifically. Shout out to my wife for putting up with me at camp. Shout out to Kiwi, his dad, and Instagram, George Carpenter 03. Pretty simple. That's it.
One more time, this has been George Carpenter. He's getting ready to vie for that Aries Lightweight Championship against the champion Carrington Johnson. It's going down to Chattanooga Fight Night next Saturday night, Camp Jordan Arena, Eastridge, Tennessee. Technically, you get your tickets at fighterticksforthenext.com. Make sure you put George down in the drop-down menu so he gets credit there. And then, of course, you can watch the pay-per-view at spectationsports.com. George, looking forward to it next week, my man. Have a safe weight cut. We'll see you in about a week in Chattanooga, my man. Thank you so much.
Great. Yeah, thanks.